Hi. Now that you've seen a few videos out there of me sharing a bit with you about who I am, I'm going to take time with this video to share some things that you probably don't know, but they are a big reason, huge reason why I'm doing what I'm doing now. I've shared like some of my business ventures with you. You know that I'm a martial artist. You know that I own a gym. You know that I own my own home. Um, that's not all that I do. I have a lot of things that I do. Like I'm a representative for Dream Trips. I'm a vendor at a flea market. I can go on and on. There's a lot of things that I like to do. And, just like promoting a basketball tournament, or I want to get into my first karate tournament, and I want to do one a year, but there's a lot of things that I love to do that I want to do, but there are some things that I have a passion for, and I'll be sharing some of that with you today. I enjoy everything I do, and the things that I do allow me to give back to my children. I get to teach them martial arts. I get to give them that mindset that owning your own business is key to having a future of freedom, that you get to decide, where you get to decide, what's good and bad for you, what you should do when you wake up in the morning. And I also get to pass some things down to them, like, you own your own home, you can pass it down to your children, and, whatever you save for them, things like that. So, I like to do, and I enjoy doing all the things that I do. I know y'all see my lucky tire in the back. If he don't make it in the whole video, that's cool. But that's my dude behind me. Anyway, there's another hand, and I have so much more to me than meets the eye. So for example, if I talk about my relationships, I was born a Christian, meaning I'm just a follower of Christ. I know that word is not in the Bible and everybody has their take on it, but we just say it to say that we are followers of Christ, and all that he offers and all that he's done for me. I'm a follower of Christ. I was born again at the age of 12 and been learning and maturing ever since. This is the most precious relationship that I have in my life. I don't know where I would be if it had not been for Christ. Anyway, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time, okay? But I do have a relationship with my 7 children. I have 5 grandchildren now, and I love it. I love it. Those relationships with my children, they are all with my children, but my children, they have different personalities and things, and I really, truly enjoy my time with each and every one of them, listening to them talk and knowing that that's a part of me, and being able to be blessed enough that God gave them to me to raise. So I'm doing the best I can with them, and I love them. I love them to death. A whole different type of relationship, and it's, absolutely fabulous just being a mom. And with the 7 children I have comes their friends, and so being a mom is more than just having your children and raising them. It comes with a lot more territory and a lot more children. Okay, I'll say it like that. So I've had fun though, and I've been blessed, so I can't complain. And just having them in my life is a big plus for me. Here's a kicker though. I have been married and divorced 4 times. I have been married most of my adult life, and the longest I've been married is 10 years. And without going too far into it, because I must consider my children and their fathers, I can tell you I gave all of them children except for one. Okay. I'm just picking my words, choosing my words wisely. I can tell you I gave them all children except for the last. And the funny thing about it is the last one that I married, I knew him the longest since I was a child. But it was the shortest marriage I ever had. And with him, I didn't even make it for a year. And it still baffles me sometimes because I knew him the longest, In fact, I knew him so long that I just never foreseen us. I never foreseen us getting married. However, when it was proposed to me, I thought it was like the best idea in the world. And it wasn't. That's all I'll say about that. Anyway, we are all friends today, so that's a good thing. But I've lived the last 3 years of my life without being married and finishing. I was able to finish some things that I started, and I was able to just get back into things that I love the most. I've learned a lot about who I am as an adult and what I want in life. And yes, of course, I have been dating. Anyhow, to sum up this video, because I don't want to, give you all my business right now, in this one sitting, because it's a lot to handle already. But yeah, I have been dating, and things have been going very well. And hopefully soon I'll be able to tell you some more things about that, but not today. Anyhow, like I said, to sum up this video, my whole aim is to help 1 million women to get through the tough times that come with divorce. Life after divorce, during divorce, there's a lot of feelings that you feel and a lot of questions like, is it possible not to be bitter? Can you pick up life without the man you thought you'd grow old and die with? How does God feel about you? Just a lot of things that even me, myself, I struggled with. And I had to figure out, who am I and what is life like, if there's a man in there, or if not, if there is, whatever, I have to figure out who I am basically, and I've taken a lot of time, throughout the years, you kind of learn who you are, but just not as a solo person. Like I said, I've been married most of my adult life, and I've always, in my whole adult life, I've had children. So you can kind of lose exactly who you are, even though who I am a mom. But as just an individual, who am I, And all these questions, along with a lot of brokenness, are things that I've asked myself or are things that I felt. But I am a true witness that God yet loves you. Just like the first day you met him, he loves you. And it took me a while to get that because of, as a Christian, you hear a lot of things. People say a lot of things. People judge you a lot, and you end up judging yourself a lot, But, once you go through some steps and take time out for yourself, you get to learn some things about your relationships, about you and God, about you as a person. And, there's so much more in store for you than just a divorce. Being bitter, slows you down and causes the same results. I've been through a divorce more than once. And, being bitter and I'm not going to take this or tolerate this in the next relationship, things like that. We have to stop, sometimes and check ourselves and figure out, like I said, just take time out for yourself, figure out who you are. I'm not saying, it's going to take years, months, whatever it takes. You have to look in the mirror and you have to decide who you are, who you're going to be, what choices you want to make, what you're going to tolerate, what you're not, a lot of things. So that's all I say for now. And I hope it'll cause you to think and be motivated and just, even if you know someone, that's going through it, have them look at this video and hopefully you guys take time out and get at your girl. I aim, like I said, I aim to help 1 million women, figure out what life looks like after divorce. And I'm not trying to get anybody, like I always say, I'm not trying to get you to be better than anybody and just better off. And I love that. I love the fact that I came up with She Better Off because it means so much. But anyway, tell your friends about me, okay? Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my website. Like me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. I'm not exactly on Twitter or Snapchat yet. I guess my kids, they Mom, you got to get on Twitter. You got to get on Snapchat. Not right now, but anyway, holler at your girl. Okay. I'll talk to you soon. Much love to you. And like I said, follow, like, share, all love. Okay. Check me out on my website, and you'll get some tips and encouraging words from me. Okay. Much love again, and I'll see you in another video.